Now we will learn about movements. So how to create the movements to the objects. We'll be learning about that. So before going for movements, we have to learn about the tag name called analog. Till now we have been working with the digital tag name, discrete. It is boolean, 0 or 1. Now we will start working with the analog tag. So initially what we will do, we will go with the HMI tags. So already we have a tag name called light. I am just deleting that. I am adding a new one. The name is example distance. Assume. Why? Because we are working with the movement, right? Movement and the distance is nothing but similar. So that's why I have given the name called distance, and the data type should be integer. So integers, double integers, real, and these are nothing but the analog inputs. You will have different values, right, in the different range. So select the tag name as distance and give the data type as integer. Now in the movements, first there is an option called slider in the elements. Just drag and drop onto the screen. This is nothing but a slider. You can slide the values. Example, just go to properties. So in general itself, we will have an option for us. Minimum scale and maximum scale 0 to 100 already predefined. If you want, you can change that. Initially we will work with the same values. There is a process tag. Give the process tag. Go to default tag table and keep the distance. So when you change the slider, when you slide this, these values will be automatically updated. So whether those things are getting updated or not, we will check with the IO field. Just drag and drop the IO field. Place here. Again right click on this. Go to properties. Select the tag name as distance. So as per your feasibility, what I am doing, I am giving it as something like meters. Right? Now go for start simulation. Now you can see this. What is the slider value? 0. Now 24. Now 45. Now 78. 100. You can vary the values in this way. Right? So create one more button to close this to close the runtime window. So it will be very easy for us to close the window every time instead of navigating like this. Directly go for stop runtime. So when you want to get back from runtime window to normal engineering station, click on this close. So what I have done, I have taken a slider, given the properties, and then I went for the IO field, I given some properties, and it is working. Now we will work with the movement operation. Assume there is a circle. there is a line. I want to move this circle on this line from this end to the next end. Now right click on this, go to properties, animation, movements. So add new movements. Observe this. So this is horizontal, right? Go for horizontal. Click on OK. Now it is asking me the tag name. Give the tag name as distance. So in the value of the distance is 0 to 100, it should move from here to here. Example, if I am keeping it as 0 to 20. So that is simple, that when the slider value is 0 to 20, when it is 0 it will be here, when the value is 20 it will be here. I am making it as 50, right? And you can see the starting x coordinate and y coordinate values, position values here. And you can also see the target one. You can also change the target by selecting this. I want to get back to here, so automatically the values will be updated. So in this way you can create a horizontal movement. Select the circle or object. Now go to the movements, create horizontal movement, give the tag name and give the range of the values, start position and target position. Now go for start simulation. Now you can observe that when you slide it, automatically circle is moving on the right. So in this way you can create the movement. Now I want to create a movement like this. I want to create a movement like this. So what generally we will do, we'll go to the properties, again horizontal movement, add new animation. So what is this? Maybe it was a diagonal movement. I am selecting the diagonal movement. Now you observe the pop-up properly. And animation does already exist. One or more objects are already linked in the type of animation. Would you like to overwrite all existing animation links? That indicates that if you want to give vertical or diagonal movement right now or direct movement, the older one will delete. I mean horizontal movement will be deleted. Again you will get the new one. So that is like waste of time. Why? Because without horizontal movement I don't want this direct diagonal movement. Are you getting my point? This is called diagonal movement and there is no horizontal movement here. It is already deleted. Why? Because our SCADA supports only one movement for one object. That may be diagonal, that may be horizontal, or vertical and direct, anything. Only one movement for one object. But if you want to achieve this in this type of movements, we have to use few more things. So I went for just I went for undo. Already horizontal movement is there, right? Very good. And just remember the target position values 604, 146. Okay. Just copy paste one more item. Observe this. Now keep this circle in exactly 604 and this is 146. I've taken two objects, right? One circle here, one circle here. And for this circle, I want to give horizontal. Instead of horizontal movement, I'll give the diagonal movement. Observe this. Right? And give the tag name as distance. So from here to here, how much value? 0 to 50. Here to here, I will give you 50 to some other value. So as per the time being, I am giving it as 75. Right? Save the project, again start simulation. Now see this, For 0 to 50, first circle is going. 50 to 70, second circle is moving. Right? And still one more thing is, one more horizontal movement is there, and we will also try with that better. Again, what we have to do? We have to go for copy, paste. Again, the thing is, remember this target position. So because if you give this proper value, then only the animation looks very good. Otherwise, definitely when you do manually, you make some mistakes. 768 and 249. Its position should be 768, 249. Right? And what you required is not diagonal movement, it's horizontal movement. Better you can also keep like this. The only thing we have to is Y position should be constant. Go for 249. I went for the diagonal movement. I just adjusted it as per my. So Y position is like same value. So that indicates that it was on the same line. And the range should be 82. Sorry, I given 75, right? 75 to 100. Now go for start simulation. Now see this 0 to 50 and 50 to 75 and 75 to 100. But still this animation should be as only one circle. I am able to see 3 circles in the runtime. I don't want to see the 3 circles. I want to see only one circle, so we have to go with the visibility concept. So right click on the circle, go to the properties. Now add new animation in the display, that is called visibility. Click on OK. Now select the tag name as distance and the value is 0 to 50. Why? Because from here to here it is 0 to 50, right? At that time only it will be visible. After that what will happen? It will be invisible. Now same property should be given to this. What I'm doing, I'm just copy paste to the next one and same tag name, just change the range from 51 to 75. Right? Again go for copy, go for next one, paste this, again change the value from 76 to 100. Save the project, go for start simulation. Now you can see only one circle, right? So by using these properties, I mean visibility and movement, what I have done? I have created a movement to a circle. So diagonal movement and horizontal movement, both the things at the same time. So we'll make little more beautiful this particular lines. Properties, again already you know this, okay? I'm not doing anything, I'm just changing the width and style, that's it. I'm just making the windows a little more beautiful, that's it. There is nothing other than that. So you can create your own visualization by using the basic objects and movements and visibility. I think it was clear. So you got my point that how we created the visibility operation on the